Good afternoon. My name is Jake Nash, and I'm the Health and Safety Officer for Bartels Group Incorporated. In recent months, we have noticed a very large uptick in overhead power line incidents as well as utility strikes. These have been noted by peers and clients alike. In order to control these incidents, we are urging all employees to participate with us in this safety stand down. The purpose of this initiative is to understand the hazards associated with these incidents, the risks that they pose to us as workers, and the steps that we can take to mitigate these hazards. It has become such a problem that it's time for us to stop and think. A recent ESA survey conducted towards Ontario workers has produced some alarming statistics that we would like to review with you. 18% of workers have noted that they do not understand the safe limits of approach. 26% of Ontario workers have noted that they are unaware of how far they must stay from downed overhead power lines. And 70% of Ontario workers believe that with the presence of orange cover-ups on overhead power lines, that they no longer pose a risk to us. These are alarming statistics that we need to review. When we are dealing with overhead power lines, please remember the safe limits of approach table found in the construction regulations and also available to you on the Toolbox app in Safe Work Practice 19 overhead power lines. If we see overhead power lines downed on the road, we must maintain 10 meters from them at all times. If we are in a vehicle and downed power lines have made contact with us, we must remain in the vehicle until a hydro utility representative has deemed it safe for us to exit. Please also remember that there is no physical cover-up on a power line that will protect you should you make contact, and we must always respect our safe limits of approach. After identifying these hazards and enacting these controls, it is imperative that we are following not only regulatory procedures, but also our own in-house safe work practices. These controls may be respecting our safe limits of approach, using a spotter when we are working around overhead hydro, as well as using a sign visible to the operator to warn them of any overhead hazards. For underground electrical utilities and all other utilities, we must ensure that we have valid locates present and that we have read and understand them. The use of bonding mats will assist in mitigating the hazards of underground electrical utilities. Please remember that a crucial step in identifying these hazards and controlling them is the completion of our daily tailboard talks. These tailboard talks help us assess all of the hazards, understand the controls, and how we are going to implement them to maintain our safety. Please remember that we must always be on the hunt for hazards. As our tasks change throughout the day, so do the things that we may be able to come in contact with and that pose risks to us. Throughout the day, please remember to update your tailboard, have conversations with other crew members, and always be vigilant. If you see something, say something, and do something. Remember that it is imperative that we are reporting these incidents, regardless of severity, immediately to the health and safety team or your direct supervisor. We would also like to take this time to remind you the importance of participating in our near loss program. Your diligence in identifying and reporting hazards is a great help to the health and safety team as we continue to boast and improve our health and safety culture. Thank you for the time you have taken to watch this short video. Please remember that safety is everyone's responsibility. We are here to work as a team to ensure that everyone gets home safely.